What's up, everyone? It's Matt Mrozik, aka MVM397, showing off one of two kits I got today in the mail. Both of these are Avengers kits, which I'm not really even into the Avengers, but I saw these, and once one of them each came up for sale, I had to grab it. The first one is a quarter scale Captain America kit. It's produced by Mark Dmello, and it is sculpted by Avi. So I'm relatively new to these large scale figure kits, these quarter scale kits. My first one was the Punisher, and I kind of got tapped into all these Facebook pages that kind of deal with these big figures, and I've discovered a bunch of cool sculptors and stuff. So this one was actually produced a little while ago and sold out very quickly. Most times these have very limited runs or edition sizes. This one in particular only had an edition size of 30, and I got number 10. So I bought this from a collector who was selling it, and it wasn't too bad. I'm not going to discuss what I paid for it. I paid a little more than what it was when it first came out, so not too bad. And it's a beautiful kit. So I have looked at it. The packaging that it came in was not the best, and the guy that I bought it from warned me. The guy that I bought it from was in Brazil, and actually took like 3 weeks to get here. It took a long time. It got stuck in customs for a while. And I do have a little bit of breakage on the torso, which I'll show you. It's not that big of a deal, but considering how much these things cost and stuff, I usually don't gripe about breakage, but it's a little annoying that I'll have to go through and fix this. But for the most part, I always say over and over again, there isn't a kit ever that's ready for paint from the producer. Well, this may be the first one to prove me wrong, because this thing is beautiful. It actually comes primed. So like, here's the foot. The details are amazing, and this is kind of like a classic Captain America. It's kind of got that World War II kind of look to it. It's an old school Captain America, which I really like. All the paint-ups I've seen of this are amazing. So I'm not sure exactly how the edition size worked on this. I know there were pre-painted options and there were kit options. Me being a painter, I don't buy pre-paints. I think that that's for the collectors, but I want to paint something. Just really nicely done. So this may be the first kit that has proved me wrong, saying that nothing's ready to paint from the producer, because this is really nice. Here's the other foot. If there's a seam line on these pieces, the factory took care of them, and the detail is sharp. I believe this is primer on here. I've been told it came primed from the factory, and actually you can see here on this hand pre-installed magnets that the primer has rubbed off a little bit. So this is in primer, and I looked at this briefly earlier and I couldn't find anywhere that I needed to do any prep work. I'll give it a light scrubbing with some soapy water just to get any stuff off, but for the most part it's beautifully done. Just tons of detail. So let me show you where the breakage occurred. It occurred on the torso, on the sleeve here. You can see that this edge broke off, so I'm gonna have to sculpt that beading and these scales back. And I'm not a sculptor, but with some patience, and it happened on this side too. So the guy I bought this from, he didn't mention any breakage, but he did warn me that the packaging was not very good, and it wasn't. The foam insert is just your typical styrofoam, and I actually unpacked it earlier and got rid of all the messy part. The next kit I'm going to show you is the Thor, and it's packed really nice, but let's talk about Captain America first. Here's his legs. Just, man, I can't wait to paint this guy. He's going to be so cool. Great texture. And there's a guy on Facebook, Kylie. I think it's a guy. There's a woman in the picture, so I'm not sure if it's a guy or girl. Excuse me. Pardon me. Just amazing paint jobs on this, and I'm going to use those paint ups as I go by. The sculpt on the face is just really done well. Just really. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My my phone actually overheated and the battery was dying, so I put it in the freezer for a few minutes and took the opportunity to kind of put them together. But I'll break them down from this point to kind of see how he goes together. So for the most part, he stands together really well, as you can tell. The arms are they're in there. They're not attached very well. But you get the idea of how he goes together, and the fit is amazing. I only see one little spot that may need a little work so far, and it's between this arm and this hand and this arm. It doesn't quite sit down all the way, and this hand is exchangeable. So like, I'm gonna take this all out. So you can take out this hand that has Iron Man's head, and these all have magnets in them already, and then switch it out, and this fits in here beautifully, locks in with a magnet, and then he'll go in there. So I'll magnetize these arms really, really well. Some nice 1/2-inch magnets so they can break them down. All the pouches fit in a very specific spot, and they fit seamlessly. There's no gaps. This is a very, very impressive piece. Again, I said this is produced by Mark Dmello and sculpted by Avi. So, like I said, I'm not even I'm not in comics or the Avengers or anything, but he just looks kick-ass. It's really cool. And there's a bunch of little other parts. There's like some hand grenades that hang down here. He's got the wings that go up on the side of the head here. They're in this bag here, along with some other pieces. Just some other pieces. I'm not gonna take them out of the bag so I won't lose them, but to get an idea of the size of this guy, at 1/4 scale, he is right at 22 inches tall on the base. And that's pretty accurate. I mean, he's almost all the way to the ground. So 22 inches tall on the base. Let's come in a little closer and look at him. And like I said, I'm in my garage because the box would not fit on my workbench. So I'm going to kind of turn them around for you, but I'm going to take the arms off first since they're not really attached. So give me a second here. Again, my awesome camera work, guys. Apologies. So let me take these off so they don't fall out. So my only gripe is the breakage on the torso. That's a real kind of bummer. But because otherwise he'd be ready to paint. I mean, I could start painting him tonight if I wanted. But just really, really, really well done. Nice piece. I think when it was initially released, it was, could be wrong, but I think it was $600 before shipping. I paid a little bit more than that since it's out of production, and I had to pay a little extra for shipping from Brazil. But just a beautiful, beautiful piece. I can't say enough about it. I'm so stoked that I got this. Just really cool. The details are insane. Super sharp. Just in general, a very nice piece. So you saw how the arms came off. Let me show you how the rest of this breaks down, since I kind of did it off of video as my battery was cooling down. Obviously the head comes off, and that's got a pre-installed magnet. And I tell you what, the factory did an amazing job producing this kit, because the fit is, like I said, there's only one little gap I may worry about. These pouches come off, and they only fit in one specific area of the kit, so you can't mess it up. I actually have an extra pouch. The torso comes off. That you don't even need to magnetize, just the weight of it. I mean, this is solid. You know, you pin the legs together, get those nice and glued. You know, pin the legs to the feet, and then, you know, for transport, this doesn't even need a magnet. The weight alone will hold it. The torso comes off, and then you gotta take this all out at one time. Then the feet come off, obviously, and then the base has a couple pieces that come off. Pieces of rubble, that one, this beam, and this piece of rubble. And there's a few holes back there for some other rubble that I didn't show. And the way the shield works is, again, he's got a nice kind of bracket there for his hand, like that. And it just magnetizes, so that comes off. Pre-installed magnets. So super cool. Really excited about this guy. I won't be able to work on him until after Wonderfest, but I think he's going to be a nice piece when done. So yeah, that's cool. That's the 1/4 scale Captain America kit, produced by Mark Dmello and sculpted by Avi. I got number 10 casting, which is pretty cool. A nice low number. So early in the production run of a very small edition size. So thanks for looking, and be on the lookout for work in progresses on this guy's coming up soon. So as always, thanks for watching. It's Matt Mrozik, aka MVM397, signing off. Catch you next time.